Thanks for clicking on my video. I hope you enjoy what you're about to see. If you do, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel or share this video on Facebook or Twitter. Any and all help is greatly appreciated in getting the word out about my videos and my art. Thank you. Hi, Carolyn Dube here. I am playing today with Jamie Fingal's Houses stencil. This mess of a paper is my blotter paper that I use to protect my countertop whenever I am making stuff. It's gotten wonderfully dirty and fun, so I'm going to use that. And because the paper is kind of warped and bubbly, that's why I taped it down. Usually I don't tape stuff down. Found a good spot on it, and now I am just using some black acrylic paint to stencil in all these wonderful houses. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with this yet, but I know this is a fun stencil. I've got lots of color, so that's everything I need to get started. Or so I thought. Turns out making this ended up to be more of an adventure than I ever expected. And you're going to see it all. I'm not editing any of it out. Good, bad, you're seeing it all in this video. So got it all stenciled down, and there's what it looks like. So I decided I wanted to play with silks on this. The silks are nice because I'm going to get some shimmer and I'm going to get some translucency so that the pattern and bits of color that are underneath right now will impact it, will work with the silks, and I'm just going to be able to build on it. So pull out my entire rainbow of colors here, got them all mixed up and ready to go. Dipping into the water to clean off my brush as needed. I can blend colors together. It's very relaxing and playful. The way some people doodle to relax, this is what relaxes me, is just putting color on in all these wonderful places. Not only are these 6 little squares of different scenes happening with the houses, it's also all the patterns and textures that are in there. So there's really a lot more than 6 stencils in this. There's lots of potential here. And I'm just really enjoying this. This was just fun for me, relaxing, getting out of my head, just enjoying the color. It's free-flowing, having a good time. And had a lot of stuff I'd been working on before this. To give you a little background of what's happening, had a bunch of deadlines of things I need to get done for my next workshop, which is coming out very soon. And so this was a great way to sort of relax my mind and let the creativity come out. So I decided I wanted to do a smaller project, so I cut out my favorite building that I had from this sheet, the one that called to me, and I thought I'd make a card with it. So I've just got that card there, and I've got these little scraps that I thought might be fun with it, and the colors all kind of work together, and I've got some trim and ribbon, and I'm just really thinking this is the way it's going to go. But it needs a little bit more, so a little bit of book text, making sure I don't have any bad words in it. And, I'm putting that there, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm knocking this out. This is great. And you know what? I just keep fiddling with it, and it's just not working. I mean, I keep hitting wall after wall with it. So I'm like, well, maybe it's the background. Maybe I need some color on the background. So how about some spray ink? And I have this great green that I haven't used in a while. So I'll flip to a blank page in my journal, and I'm just going to spray all over this card, catching it on my art journal. I'm going to use the stencil to just, with another color, to give a little bit of background. Look at that great art journal page for the future. And you know what? I put it on there, and so out comes the White Dylusions ink, thinking I'll lighten it up that way, and it's definitely lighter. I'm a little bit happier with it, but no, can you almost hear me hitting that wall? Thud. Nope. I gave up on that idea and said, okay, I'll start again. How hard can this be? I thought, I'll go brighter. So I've got some tissue paper, pull out my good old Xyron that's covered in glitter from the workshop I'm working on, and I pulled it, I've got the Xyron adhesive all over. Things are going well. Wrinkle up my tissue, I make my background, I've got texture, I'm all happy. This is going great. Happy colors, I'm feeling good. We're making progress here. Trim off my edges. This is going to be great. I'm sure this is it. This is going to be it. But the edges are a little, so I keep trimming off edges here and there. And before you know it, the card is a whole lot smaller. But that's okay. still fits nicely, like the shape, and out come the ribbons that I am bound and determined to use. I'm loving them. But it's still not coming together. And so I keep fiddling with it. And I keep fiddling with it. And I'm thinking about it. You ever have one of those days where it's just you keep trying stuff and nothing seems to be coming together? Well, this is where I was today. So I'm like, oh, I'll try some other words. So I went and got my little words over there. And I'm like, well, where would I put the words? And so I keep thinking, because words are my thing. I really like playing with those. So I thought, okay. And I finally decided I'm thinking too hard. Just stick the picture down. Commit. This is crazy. Just commit. So it is stuck down. I have committed. I am going to add these words now. And as I'm looking at the words, I just can't seem to add one. Can't find the right words. Nothing seems right. It feels wrong. So, okay, back to the ribbons. I know I'm using those ribbons in there because they feel right. I know this feels right, so I'm just going to commit and stick those things on because they feel right. Trusting my instincts. And yeah, still not sure what I'm going to do here. Well, I decided I needed a word, but not those little words. I went for a bigger chipboard word that I had cut out with my Sizzix die cut from a long time ago. It was white, needed some color. So I made it a little bit of blue with the silks. Put a little bit of blue silks around the edge. And that's, it's feeling okay. Do you ever have those projects where it just kind of feels okay? And I'm in the land of okay. And I don't like the land of okay. So I keep trying more colors. I keep trying different things on this. And, and I even ripped the M off Dream. I'm like, oops. It's so wet from all the junk I keep adding. So what am I going to do? I'm going to try a different color. Well, that kind of works a little bit better, so maybe I'll go with that. You know what? I wasn't even on, the camera wasn't even on. I cut it off the card because I'm like, okay, the card isn't working. Let me try a tag now. So you can see the scraps of the card being cut off in the back up there. So now I'm like, okay, so I really like how this card is looking. I should say tag. I like things hanging off the edge. Tag way too dark. So out comes that white Dilutions to lighten it up for me. Hoping it'll dry. But yeah, that's looking about like it. So I've got my dream, I've got my image, I'm all excited, and it just feels boring. So I decided I would get this stamp from Carrie McKnight Holbrook. I just got it, it's brand new. So the first time you use it, you're kind of getting any residue off of it. So I did that to kind of season it. Now I'm going to take the image just right onto my tag. And I love how it gives me this wonderful subtle background. I'm loving this background. I'm absolutely in love with it. And so here's the thing. I realize I need more stuff on this. Well, I decided to commit and just glue it down. Because it's crazy if I just make some decisions and commit. So I'm gluing down my main image and my word dream. And I just love the little bits of this background. It just added something for me. So I finally have a couple of things I love. I love my background now. I love my image with the house. I love the dream. And I'm thinking maybe a little white Stabilo, and I just couldn't do it. So I decided to go black. And this time it's the black Stabilo. Gives it a nice edge. Happy with how this looks, but it still feels a little too naked for me. So I needed more stuff on this. Now, I didn't know if I was going to go too far or not. So I really was thinking about, am I going to ruin this? And I said, you know what? If I ruin it, I ruin it. And I added a bunch of my scribbly journaling to it. And you know what? I actually really like it. What a roller coaster of a ride this tag was for me. Loved playing with the stencil. Love how it came together in the end. But man, did it feel like some ups and downs along the way. And that's just how my muse was working with me today. She wasn't going to give me all the answers right away. She was going to make me work for it and earn it. Hope you enjoyed seeing the whole process on one of these adventurous days.